Hello everyone, I am Asha Best. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you all are safe and happy. Dear children, today I welcome you all in class 5 EVS, second part of the chapter India and the World. Before starting with the second part of this chapter, let me revise the first part for you all. In the first part, we discussed about maps, its meaning. We also discussed about different types of maps as well as some of the features of map. Now let's begin with the second part. Globe. A globe is a model of Earth. It gives us a clear look like the Earth. Here one picture I have given. You can see this picture. You must have seen many pictures or real globe also in the classrooms. Now when you observe globe is a true model or you can say miniature form of the Earth. Globes may be of varying size and type. Some are big, some are small. Big globes, dear children, they are very difficult to carry from one place to another. So nowadays we have different types of globes which are smaller in size. Some of them are pocket globes. We also have balloon-like globes which can be inflated and are very easy to carry from one place to another. When we see the globe is not fixed. It can be rotated the same way as a top spin or a spotter's wheel is rotated. In a globe you can see, on this globe we can see different countries, different continents as well as different oceans. Both globe and maps have semicircular lines running across them. All these lines are not exactly the lines which are found on Earth because there are no such lines. These are just imaginary lines which we can see on a globe. These lines that run in circles are called latitudes and the lines that run semicircles are called longitudes. We'll study about all these lines in detail in this video only. Globe is fixed on a rod. Earlier I said that globe is not fixed. It means that it is basically not fixed. If it will be fixed, it will not be rotated. But the rod is fixed there and the globe is just rotated with the help of the rod. Okay. And the rod, if you see, it is slightly inclined. It is slightly inclined. That the globe is in a tilted manner, which is called its axis. The imaginary line on it denotes the axis of the Earth. Okay. The globe, you find it a little inclined and that is known as axis. The imaginary line on it denotes the axis of the Earth. The top of a globe denotes North Pole and bottom represents South Pole. Days and nights are a result of the Earth rotating on its axis. Another imaginary line, dear children, that runs on the globe divides the globe into two equal parts. The line that divides the globe into two equal parts is known as equator. The northern half of the Earth is known as the northern hemisphere and the southern part of the Earth is known as the southern hemisphere. And both the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere are the equal halves of the Earth or the globe. Now let's talk about the latitude in detail. The imaginary lines on a globe that run from west to east in circles are called latitudes. These are the lines which are running in circle. You can clearly see these latitudes here, like the Tropic of Cancer, Arctic Circle towards the northern hemisphere, and towards the southern hemisphere we have Tropic of Capricorn as well as Antarctic Circle. All parallel circles from the equator up to the poles are called parallels of latitudes. Latitudes are measured in degree. That is very important, that you need to remember that latitudes are measured in degrees. When we see equator here, equator represents the 0 degree latitude. Okay, since the distance from the equator to either of the poles, towards North Pole or towards the South Pole, is 1/4 of a circle round the earth. Thus 90 degree north latitude marks the North Pole and 90 degree south latitude marks the South Pole. I hope you understood it. The main latitudes that I have already discussed for you, that equator 0 degree, these are the main latitudes which I have read for you earlier also. Equator at 0 degree, Tropic of Cancer 23.5 degree towards north, Arctic Circle 66.5 degree again towards north. Okay, these are the latitudes toward the northern hemisphere. Now towards the southern hemisphere, towards the South Pole, we have Tropic of Capricorn, that is 23.5 degrees south, Antarctic Circle 66.5 degrees south. These are the latitudes towards the southern hemisphere. The North Pole is at 90 degree north, that I also explained. The South Pole is at 90 degree south. At the top we have North Pole, at the bottom we have South Pole. Now let's talk about the longitudes. Now when we talk about longitudes are also imaginary semicircular lines which are running from North Pole to South Pole. Okay, these are again imaginary lines. No such lines are there on earth. They are just imaginary lines. They are all equal in length. Here also you can see that these all are equal in length. Yes, if you see here, you can see that they all are equal in length because they are touching a single point together. Okay, all these are equal in length. And one more important thing about the longitude is that they are always measured in degrees. Here also it is written, like you can see, 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, 30 degree again, 60 degree and 90 degree. They all are measured in degrees. 0 degree meridian, also known as prime meridian, that passes through London, Greenwich you can say. Okay, so 0 degree meridian is also known as the prime meridian. This meridian is called prime meridian. Its value is 0 degree longitudes, and from it we count 180 degree eastwards as well as 180 degree westwards. Okay, like from here we count 180 degree eastwards, it is east, and 180 degree west, okay, towards the westwards. The meridian are marked east and west respectively of the prime meridian. These longitudes help us to calculate time. Yes, they always help us to calculate time. The globe helps us to find the actual location of place. So, using a globe, we can find out the actual location of a country, a continent, or any ocean. They are very helpful and used in measuring time. This picture, this diagram you can see, which can help you in calculating time. The best means of measuring time is by the movement of the earth. As earth rotates on its axis, we all know, the moon and the planet. The sun regularly rises and sets every day, and naturally it is the best timekeeper throughout the world. Local time can be read by the shadow cast by the sun. Like when the prime meridian of Greenwich has the sun at the highest point in the sky, all the places along this meridian will have midday or noon. As the earth rotates from west to east, those places east of Greenwich will be ahead of Greenwich time and those to the west will be behind it. The rate of difference can be calculated as like the earth rotates 360 degree in about 24 hours, which means 15 degree an hour or 1 degree in 4 minutes. Okay, like this we calculate time using these longitudes. I hope you understood all these lines which are the imaginary lines on globe. We'll soon meet with some more interesting videos from your chapters which are given in your EVS book. Till then, thank you and have a good day.